But as I was saying, so he told TC to catch it with that loop, which is probably only about this long, and Badger probably would have killed TC. So the next thing you hear over the radio is this gunshot, and Lieutenant was a little upset. And then we explained, called him to the police their MP station, and explained to him what a Badger was and why you really couldn't catch him with the loop on a nightstick, and explained to him how long those were. He didn't quite understand it. I think he was still back in his, fraternity or something. He had no idea what was going on. And what is it they said? They said second lieutenant's got more people killed in Vietnam than anybody. So I don't know. But so I stayed in El Paso, and that's what I did. And then while I was in El Paso, one night a group of us decided to go downtown El Paso, and we went to a place there which you can call, we'd been there before, Goldfinger is what it was called. And you made a joke about Goldfinger earlier, but that it was what it was called. And it was downstairs, underground, under this building, and you had to go down to it. And they had
on the west side?
No, it was downtown.
Oh, okay.
Downtown. West side, it was built up like what you remember it now. And it was downstairs, and they had live music, dancing, everything like this. I don't know what else you could say. And so there was this one girl there, and I saw her, as a matter of fact, there was a song that came out later that we kind of related to. It's called Strangers in the Night, if you remember that, by Frank Sinatra.
Go sit over there.
Strangers in the Night. And that. And so I asked her to dance, and so we were dancing during the night, and of course I don't think she was too impressed.
Get over here.
I don't think she was too impressed. Now, what I did do, I didn't have my uniform on, because when I was not on duty, I had all civilian clothes, and I dressed like I was not in the military, I can tell you that. And so...
What did he dress like, Mom?
Like a college kid with
Yeah.
a sweater.
Yeah. And so she was leaving with the girls, and he had to go upstairs, and
Who were you with?
Mary Alice, Webster, and I don't know who else.
Yeah. Anyways, but she wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah, my dad didn't like it.
No, her dad was very strict, and she wasn't allowed to go to those places.
How old were you?
19, maybe 20.
And how old were you?
Oh yeah, you had to be 20. Yeah.
Well, maybe 19.
How old was I? 66, 23.
21.
I was 23. Yeah, 23 and a half.
21.
Yeah,
21.
Yeah. So, anyways.
But he told me he was 23.
I was 23. Couldn't have been 21. If I was born in 1943 and I was in the Army in 1966, what would that make you?
What is it? 23?
That's 23.
Oh, you're an old man.
Yeah. Well, I was an old man when I got
And I was
drafted.
20, because we're only 3 years different.
Yeah, for being drafted, I was old. You know what I mean? When I got drafted, I was old. So I asked her for her phone number, and she's going up the stairs, and she's trying to run away, going, "Oh, get me out of here." And I remember she looked back and she says, 5662845. Now, that was 40... No, that was longer than that. 1966.
Oh, yeah, 44 years ago.
44 years ago. And that was actually her phone number. It was 5662845. I still remember it. And Of course,
Kind of like a prison number, you never forget.
yeah, you know, it's tattooed on you someplace. You don't know why. You go, oh God, if I could only have erased that tattoo. You know? And she's probably saying the same thing. But anyways, so I called her up and she says, well, I'm not allowed to date GIs or go out with military people. And I said, well, I'm not military. I just happen to be drafted, you know, and everything like this, because her dad would not let her date military people because military people weren't real classy. They were pretty shaky. I can tell you some stories and you'd understand why I said they were shaky. And so I finally convinced her, and she said I could come over to her house, but she was not allowed to go out. And we were going to play chess. Asked me if I knew how to play chess.
You know how to play chess?
And I said yes. Of course, I'd never played chess in my whole life. But I found somebody there at the barracks that, quote, knew how to play chess, and he tried to teach me real quick in about a week. And so I went over to her house, and she said that I played so badly and so strangely that I beat her, which then when she found out that I'd never played before, really kind of, I think, upset her. She's out of the room now, so I can say that.
Now, see, I remember this story also. And this is why I'm amazed that I'm here today. Is that you did not let her win.
I didn't know I wasn't.
What?
I didn't know I wasn't because I had not much idea what I was doing.
Chess.
No, he pretended like he didn't know what it was. But actually, it was really bad.
I didn't know what it was.
I would
when
play
she
with
said
my
that.
brother, and he always won. And I thought, okay, this guy probably doesn't know anything about chess. But he went and read a book and stuff like
You know,
that.
I did that, and I had somebody teach me all in a week.
You see, he had a week. And
So you didn't really know how to play chess either. Why did you ask him over to play chess?
I thought, well, just to be a snob.
Was that a way to find out if this guy was not some soldier meathead?
Yeah, there you go. But he wound up actually beating me, and that made me mad.
and then, of course, her dad really was, and I can understand, as I said, I understand why. He did not have a high, he respected the military, but did not want his daughters dating anybody in the military, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I told him a lie. Sorry. But anyway, I told him I met him at a friend's party instead of the Goldfinger dance, disco dancing.
Instead of at a bar. Yeah. And anyway, so we started going, and he accepted me going out, I guess. I went over there a few times, and I think he kind of got the idea that I wasn't the normal GI, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah, they've invited him to dinner. He had to eat enchiladas, and he looked at him like, "Ooh, what's that?"
I know.
And I told him, "You better eat them, or my mom's gonna kill you."
Yeah, and she's right. I had never seen Mexican food before.
Had they ever seen an Ohioan before?
Not someone like me. See,
No,
her family, her family was very quiet and proper and
dignified.
yeah, and everything compared to me. As her mother called me, what, the white tornado
I don't know.
or something like that. And
She may have.
but they invited me to dinner, and they were having Mexican food. Now I'm looking at it, and if you've seen Mexican food and you've never seen it before, your first reaction is, oh my God, what is that? You know, because everything's just kind of
Healthy food.
in other words, there's not a piece of meat, there's not mashed potatoes, and there's not a vegetable. And that, but so, and she, as she
there are
said,
vegetables.
as she said, well, I couldn't see them. as she
It's
said,
all mixed together.
As she said, if I didn't eat them, her mother would kill me.
She would.
Or
No,
be-
actually,
she-
I really
she-
did tell him that. I said
No,
you would really hurt my mom's
Yeah,
feelings.
you would hurt my mother's feelings. So I sat down and ate. And then they couldn't get rid of me. I was there for every meal because it was that good. Except for
We didn't always just cook that.
no.
Steaks with the okra, wasn't that awful?
Yeah, I didn't eat the okra.
My mom didn't know how to cook that.
I wouldn't eat the okra and everything. And
She would put it in the steak with water and some beef broth or whatever.
it was pretty bad.
And the
But
stuff would get mushy.
Yeah. Now the thing, see about your grandma, she was really funny because when we were dating, if I was there at night and they'd all go to bed. Now her mother, I found out, and I told her this later, and she was so shocked that I even knew that she was doing this. When she thought it was time for me to leave, this lady could type at 200 to 300 words a minute.
Yeah, she'd go in my room and we had the old-fashioned typewriter then.
And she started pounding on the typewriter, and I swear to God, 200 to 300 words a minute, and you could hear it. It was real loud. Or the window blinds kept going up and down for some reason. And this lady was during the evening.
Coming down and saying,
During an evening. Well, during an evening, she would probably drink 2 gallons of water, coming out into the room where we were to make sure everything was okay, to get a glass of water. And of course, when I told Grandma that later after we were married, she was so embarrassed because she thought she was being completely secretive, subtle, and everything.
Now, was that the house that?
This was on Santa Fe.
On Kentucky.
On Kentucky, rather, not Santa Fe.
Okay, so this is. I never knew this house.
Over there.
On Kentucky, it was on the east side of the mountain.
Yeah.
And then so we dated, and we and you tried to throw something out to me.
I know about
to get
this
me
too.
in trouble earlier, but see, she was in the same situation with an individual. Now I remember him. Yes.
What was his name?
Kiko.
What?
Martinez. It was Francisco Martinez. It was a nickname. But unlike Jim, I don't lie. I tell the truth.
I didn't lie. When you don't say anything, it's not lying.
Yes, it is. Lie by omission.
No. It's called self-preservation by omission. Yes, that's what it's called. But anyways, so we dated, and I was getting ready to get out of the Army, and we had come back to Ohio that previous August. We started dating in August, didn't we? It was about August. I got down there in June. And I think I met her in August.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we dated. Then a year later, we came back to Ohio. She'd never been back, and she met my parents and went to the state fair and found out that cows were taller than a coffee table.
Yeah.
And she'd never seen any of these animals. And going to the state fair, it was really funny to watch her go. They were this big. But
the pigs were huge. I mean, they were as tall as me.
And then the animals too. Oh, I thought you were talking about the girls that were at the state fair. No.
Ohio people, were definitely fatter than us at the time.
And,
now everybody's fat.
But anyways, so we got engaged there, and I gave her a ring because I was not aware of one of the rules.
Whoops.
And we flew back to El Paso.
No, wait, hold on. No, where did you buy the ring?
Davidson's.
Yep.
Where is that?
Well, it was a jewelry store in Marysville. Okay, it was.
Is that the one that was cat-a-corner from Weiss's? That was the only jewelry store I knew growing up.
Across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like next to the shoe store.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they used to be on the other corner, but then they moved over to the other corner. Yeah.
Okay, and where did you propose?
In the living room.
In the living room.
And
Put on the
I remember.
stairway. Huh?
That's
Yeah,
right,
my
you
mom
said
and
that.
dad's living room. So we get back to El Paso, right?
Was anyone else around?
Nope.
No, at least he spared me that.
Yeah. So we got off the plane.
And how long was it before you said yes?
Yeah, I said yes right away.
Yeah. She didn't pause, but see, we get off, so we fly back to El Paso, and nobody knows about it down there. We get off the airplane, and her little sister Lucy, she notices this ring on her finger, and of course Lucy always being the quiet one and not, so, oh, Martha, look here, Martha's got a ring, and everything like this, and her dad just,
He didn't say anything.
he just
He
stared.
didn't say anything all day. And
Didn't
I said, "You better
say
be
one
asking my
word
dad for
all
my hand
day.
or else."
And her mother didn't say anything to me all day. And then
It
I
was
found,
a sign of disrespect.
well,
You didn't ask.
I found that out later. She explained to me, I said, what's wrong?
I
And
don't
she
know
said,
why he had to be explained. You'd think he wasn't in that generation or something.
well, no, I did not know that.
Hadn't you proposed once before?
Well, this culture, the culture is different.
All culture.
The culture is different.
It is.
And yes, sir, the culture is different. And you had to ask permission of the father. And I'm going, oh God, this is embarrassing. And I mean, I'm dragging my feet and going, I can't do this. I've done a lot of things, and I've done a lot of speaking and all my. So finally, I got up the nerve early in the evening, wasn't it? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I asked her dad to come into the living room, and we went in there, and I did what I was supposed to do. And then he said, okay, and he was really happy about it and everything like this. And then a big party broke out. Everything was fine. And he broke out scotch
And good scotch.
good
too.
scotch, yeah. I mean, I'm talking about top drawer. And everything.
It was called what?
Pinch.
What?
Well, Chivas Regal, excuse
Chivas
me.
Regal.
Chivas Regal.
Chivas Regal. That's what
And he
we
always
call
bought me that for
Chivas.
Christmas. And but a big party broke out, and then everything was okay because I had asked permission, and it was accepted. And then I don't know. Then they spent time planning the wedding.
So you never had to best this other Francisco in a knife fight or anything?
Nah.
Never saw him. That I
He
don't
dropped
think.
me like a hot potato.
He
was a
drove you
redhead.
like a hot potato?
He dropped me like
Oh,
a hot
oh.
potato.
I didn't know him.
He wasn't interested in getting serious.
I didn't know him.
So.
I didn't know him. I thought I knew him the one time because I was coming over to the house, and she didn't know I was coming.
Oh yeah. I was
And,
hugging my cousin.
and she's
who
in the
happened to be
doorway
really
hugging and
handsome.
kissing this guy, and I'm going, now what in the hell is this? And
But
so
we weren't engaged then anyway. But that's
yeah,
not
but
why
you
it's getting all
know,
upset.
yeah, we weren't engaged or anything. And so she's really hugging this guy really well and kissing him and everything like this, and I'm going, oh, this must be the Kiko character. That's what I was thinking. And so I went in, and come find out it was her cousin from Mexico. So it wasn't him.
Miguelito. I'm trying to think what my tia Adela's last name was.
I didn't know.
Oh my.